Okay, the second half of season 4 of Being Mary Jane. And I have had, for the first 3 seasons, a lot of issues with the show. And they pulled back on a lot of that when they revamped the show and moved it to New York, because obviously I wasn't the only one with these opinions. But there still seems to be a lot of this blatant racism, which is really, 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 really exhibited when you have a Latina pushing an all Latina menu, you have a black pushing an all black menu, while both at the simultaneously deriding a white for pushing a white menu as racist. And they don't see the hypocrisy of this. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other issues in there, but this is a common theme of the show. And that is the problem. Why can't they just be colorblind like they've been insisting for decades they wanted the world to be? Everyone, all these liberal unifiers wanted the world to be unified and colorblind. And all of a sudden, all you hear is, I want you to be colorblind so that I can have one color everywhere. Now, another big issue I have with this is, that poor girl's makeup artist should be taken out and flogged. I'm telling you, she had some of the worst makeup I have ever seen on a close-up. I mean, serious, it was horrendous. Overall, the fact that they did include the white girl was a step forward. But they keep putting everything about race. And you know what? When you put everything about race, then you're only going to make the divide. The divide hasn't changed at all in decades. The race violence upshot in 2009 in America. The Islamophobia shot up in 2002. It's been there through 4 manufactured wars. So, blaming this on one person that came into the game in 2016 is ridiculous. And putting that on the show is another, that's just another downside. But within the show itself, I will have to say the writing works. They did cut back on all the quotes, which was one of my earlier commentaries, because it made them look like they was it was demeaning, actually. It passively demeaning. It was an unconscious thing, but the fact that she had to stick all these little stickets everywhere made her look less than. But she was desperately trying to be white. And now she wears beautiful clothes, and yes, there is this entire middle class, upper middle class elitism of the family that's there, especially when they're looking down their nose at poorer people in their own community, because they didn't struggle. They started on an elevated platform. They didn't start down in the basement apartment next to the boiler in some rundown slum. They was started in the suburbs, in the good suburbs. Okay, but there all this oppression. You can't have it both ways. You can't be an entitled upper middle class child claiming about how oppressed you are. It doesn't speak for the community. It tries, but it doesn't. Hopefully season 5, if there is one, because I've just given up on looking half the time it is, you know what I'm saying. But if there is a season 5, hopefully they'll start pulling away from the racism and just start being an inclusive colorblind society.